Welcome everyone to the Secret of Cinnabar Mansion. I almost forgot which game we were playing. This is a Pokemon fan-made game, and this is going to be, from what I've read, primarily focused on just the mansion. I guess we're here to deliver something, so it jumps right into it, so I'm going to hold off on describing more until, we get going. So here you are. Very good. The boss has recommended you highly. I assume you are already aware of the mission. You must infiltrate the abandoned mansion on Cinnabar Island. It's incredibly hard to infiltrate an abandoned place. Like, really? Come on. Reach the lowest level and deliver this package as instructed. Obtained mystery package. Alright. So, apparently I have a mystery package. Now then. You have been chosen for this. Oh, I look ridiculous. Just due to your highly specific skills. Ooh, I have skills. I hope you understand what an honor it is. For your own protection, the hire is authorized to you to carry one Pokemon. You may choose one. Ooh. So this one's a tough one. I'm guessing I'm working for Team Rocket, just given this selection. So if it's Pokemon Red and Blue, I really want to kind of go with one of these two. Because Weezing doesn't really get stronger until much later. But I do like Magneton. So, yay! Alright, buddy, let's do this. Plus, as a scientist, it makes more sense. Well, inside the mansion, you may find documents, diary entries, and personal correspondence. It is not in your interest to read them, so do not pay them any attention. Your mission is what is important. You are just a delivery man. We both know why it is essential that you do not fail. I really have no freaking clue why it's essential. All I know is that I'm in the mansion, so here we are. So supposedly, this is part of just the normal game that you'd see when you're trying to access the gym. But I have no idea where I'm going. But I guess as a scientist, I'm going to be a delivery boy and just kind of bring it down and to the third floor. So obviously I'm going down, not up, but here we are, going up. I got a super potion. Awesome. I'm going to guess that these are some trainers that I'm going to have to fight, just like in the game. But it's been a long time since I played Red and Blue, so I'm not quite sure. Yeep! You startled me! Oh, alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to fight people. Not that I expected not to, but I wasn't quite sure what to expect with this. Oh, it's a burglar. Huh, that makes sense. I'm wondering if it's a lot like... I guess we'll have to spark. I'm wondering if this is a lot more... I was wondering if this was going to be like a... horror type game or like thriller where I was gonna have to solve puzzles and stuff, but it looks like it's literally just a Pokemon game where I'm gonna go around and battle. Oh, we do have special abilities. Interesting. So I wonder what mine is. I'm gonna use Spark, kill you. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what I'm gonna find as I go around. Maybe it might not be the game that we were expecting, but it'll still be interesting. So the Pokemon Cinnabar Mansion is supposed to be home. Well, was home to a great Pokemon researcher that we don't really know. So there's probably going to be diaries and journals and stuff around there. And it'll be interesting to see if what this person's take is on the lore and improving what, like, going deeper than what the game just does. So diary number 1, July 5th. Research in the jungle is hard work. It's hot and there are bugs everywhere. But I have found something wonderful, an undiscovered species of Pokemon. The natives say it is one of a kind. The boss will be delighted to hear this. Journal entries found, 1 of 7. Alright, so I only need to find 7. That shouldn't be too hard. I don't know how long this game's going to go, so we're going to play for a while, and we'll see if it ends. But it might just be a one and done thing, because it might not be that long. So this statue looks interesting. I would love to press this statue. So, I don't know. I'm never one of those people that... all I do is push those buttons. If you tell me not to do something, it's the first thing I want to do. But I think that's almost everybody. But, alright, let's see where I got going. Just a little scientist walking around, looking for something to do, not causing any trouble, just trying to get downstairs. I gotta be working for Team Rocket. There's no way I wouldn't be working for them. First of all, because we saw him. Second of all, because I don't know who else the boss would be. I mean, I'm obviously not working for Sifco. Hey, look, this guy actually moves. I think he's a burglar, too. Hey, buddy. How you doing? What are you looking at? I don't know. I'm guessing a burglar. I'm going to have to be careful now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not seeing me getting a lot of experience here, but I am seeing me possibly getting hurt. And it just dawned on me that if all I have is Cinnabar Mansion, and this is a Pokemon game where I'm just going to be battling, that's it, these guys could easily kill me, especially since everything's been fire recently, and I may have made a very bad error with going with a steel Pokemon in a fire area. But Megaton's the bomb, so we're going to keep going with him. Oh, Meowth. I used to love Meowth. I mean, not because of the show. The show made him ridiculous. I actually didn't like him for a while because of the show. But, you know, I mentioned on the show before about how we have cats and stuff like that, and I just prefer cats. I have no problem with dogs, but my wife and I have always preferred cats. And, I mean, for a lot of reasons. One, because they're a little more self-sufficient. So, like, if we go away for a weekend or something like that, we can just fill up the cat bowl a lot and then make sure they have water, and they'll pretty much take care of themselves. Whereas a dog, you really need someone to kind of check in on them. You know, and, oh, I don't want to have to fight again. Oh, man, poor Magneton's going to get his ass kicked. But my big concern about right now isn't so much not getting hurt, although this is going to suck too. Good, both weaknesses. It's the fact that no matter what I do, I'm losing every battle. And if you look at it, it's because of the fact that even though I'm not taking damage, although I've taken some, I'm really running into the problem that I'm going to run out of moves eventually. So I'm going to go back to that bed and just kind of see if I can sleep to see if I can restore my power. Because that would make this a little bit easier, but it doesn't look like it. Portrait of an older man. The plaque says, Fuji Senior. Now, I haven't installed some of the fonts on this game into the thing, into my fonts folder, but that's partially because I just don't feel like taking anything off of the internet and just cramming it on for nothing, especially if this is a one and done. Well, no, really? If it's locked, I might need a key? Who would have thought? Oh, who would have thought? Alright, so I'm a little scientist. I'm walking around. This door is closed. That is a really weird door. Hey, super nerd. What? Why? I don't know why you didn't just go look for it. This would have been so much easier if I could just kick your ass and take the key. Oh no, there's random encounters here too? Can I love my guy's face just, huh? Am I able to catch him? Do I have anything in here that would catch? I do not. Awesome. So, okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. Again, my problem's going to be is I'm using up. See, I've got 9 of 10. This paralyzes. I think this lowers defense. But the point is I'm losing power quickly just from using moves. So whether or not take damage is going to be irrelevant because if I can't hit something, I can't... Ooh, another journal. Sweet. So, July 10th. The natives have a name for this Pokemon. It's called Mew. Oh, so I'm looking for Mew. Ha! It's a small creature that it appears weak, but it holds infinite potential. So this is the mansion where I believe Mewtwo's created, and he destroys it, and then we come across later, as our heroes come across later, and find evidence that he exists, and then later on you get to actually fight Mewtwo in Red and Blue. Mewtwo was kind of their take on the God Pokemon without actually being a God Pokemon, which always kind of made me like the lore better for this game as opposed to some of the other games. Primarily just because you have a bunch of like creation destruction Pokemon, and there's a lot of like he created the world, he was the reason why we have the Mega Stones, and then it like contradicts the lore in the next game. And this game doesn't really do that. This game was just like, hey, we found the Adam and Eve of Pokemon, the one that everything started with. You know, if you're religious, that's the couple that began all human life. So according to the second book of Genesis. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. The point is that Mew kind of like starts everything. Everything kind of stems from her. Because she has the DNA of all Pokemon. So they're using her to create Mewtwo later on that's to genetically evolve him. For those that, for some reason, have no idea who Mewtwo is or why he's the strongest Pokemon. So he's kind of like he's just that genetically engineered one. Sort of like if you watch Bleach, how you have the two, Aizen had the two forces for his Arankar. He had the, I can't remember their names right now. But anyways, he had the top 10, and then he had the original top 10 that were in the hundreds. And the whole point of them was wait, I can be paralyzed as I'm electric? This is really going far back inside what you can do. Inside the current gens, you really can't even do that. Because he's, electric. This is going to be interesting then. I've got a lot to learn about this game. I'm trying to figure out what gen they're at. But anyways, I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. I was too busy trying to figure out how I'm going to survive this. Because now I'm paralyzed too. This could be... This video might be shorter than I thought, because we might get killed. But, here we are. I like the idea of this game. I'm really a fan of puzzle games and really a fan of like the exploring the world and kind of interacting with it piece of it, and I was kind of hoping that that's what this would be. So to me, to me the idea of like hunting for the journals is the whole reason to do it, not just to get down into the basement on the third floor down, or get raised. I don't know. I don't even remember where I was supposed to go now. But so I want to get down there because I'd like to beat the game because I like to win. But at the same time, I also really like the idea. What am I going to do with the money? I also really like the idea of just solving the puzzle and seeing if there's going to be any more lore. Because one of the things I like about Pokemon is that they do use different types of lore, as frustrating as it is for the fact that some Pokemon are gods versus not gods. I do like that they're using Arceus more as a god Pokemon and like the god of Pokemon inside later generations to kind of get some consistency. But at the same time, you've got a couple other Pokemon that supposedly created, or guardians, or things like that. And at some point, and you see that in like the Hoopa movie, they all just kind of come together, and it kind of like really cheapens the amount, like how good these things are. And you kind of see that with the fact that we also have 3 legendary creatures in almost every game, with like Zapdos and the other mystical birds, and then you have the three guardian animals that are based off of food lions. And then you have the guardians of Black and White, where you have Black and White. I think it's Black and White, where you have like tornadoes and Landios and those sort of guys. I'm like getting my butt kicked, and you have all those, and you just get like overwhelmed with like these legendary Pokemon. And you can kind of see it with like the way the VGC kind of rules that Nintendo puts out for their tournaments. I used to do them when I was a lot younger, and the game first came out, like when we were inside like these sort of graphics, or even worse because we didn't have color back then. But they put out a thing every year that says, what we're going to allow inside our tournaments and what we're not going to allow. And what I just kind of look at it to kind of get an idea of what the Pokemon are. Because one of the things I always hated was when one of my friends would look at me and be like, "Hey, I beat the game already. Why haven't you beaten it yet?" Well, yeah, but you have Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno on your team. It's really easy to plow through the Elite Four when you can just catch those legendary Pokemon with wicked high stats. Now, the birds aren't as bad, but oh my god, another one. But then you just get more and more, and they get stronger and stronger, almost like they had to outdo everything. And I know it's kind of like the nature of the beast, because if you look at most animes, they do the same thing where the next boss is stronger than the last boss, because it has to be. Because if he was strong as the last boss, the character had to learn secret moves to beat this one. So, therefore, this guy has to be stronger. But like Magic the Gathering did it too. When I first started Magic the Gathering back with Alpha and Beta, there was like strong cards were like common cards nowadays. And it was weird. Oh, fuck. It was weird seeing the change after all, because you don't really notice it at first until you look back and you're like, even if I wanted to use all my cards in the tournament, I couldn't. Oh, Jesus. I couldn't because... I'm going to try this. There's no way I could. Because they're so weak now. My 2/2 for 2 colors and a green bear is nothing compared to the goblin that can come out for the same thing and have the same stats, and then have an ability of haste to be able to charge right away. So I kind of get that, but I feel like Pokemon does it a little bit more sometimes. And one of the ways I'm looking at it is like the beasts, this time the Ultra Beasts inside the newest game. As cool as they are, their stats are ridiculous, and they've got an amazing move pool on some of them. And it was just always weird playing with friends like that. I remember one of my first friends that ever hit level 100, because that was huge back when we were younger, because we didn't have any way to really level it up, and the Elite Four didn't get any stronger, so it was like a grind to do it. And one of my friends had a level 100 Raichu, and I'll never forget it, because with level 100, he was crushing most teams, except for my friend who bought both games. I wonder if there's anything in these desks. Bought both games and then got a Mewtwo from each one. Well, of course that guy's going to win. He has 2 Mewtwo, so it doesn't matter how strong that Raichu is. Mewtwo starts at 70. And I see that a lot, like if you do the Battle Online game. If you battle online inside the newer games. I found a sample of Mew's DNA. We are sequencing its gene code. This creature is astonishing. It's metachlorial DNA. Mitochondrial. Alright, I was like, metachlorial. So when is he a Jedi? Although he is psychic, so I guess that might make sense, but mitochondrial. Alright. Seems to contain evidence of Pokemon species that are long extinct. The higher-ups like this news. They want us to create a clone of Mew, but not just any clone either. They want to unlock its hidden potential. Such a Pokemon would be stronger than any legendary. Well, it's stronger than all the legendaries anyways. Ah, balls. But, yeah, and when you go on, anyway. Oh, bedroom key! Is this the bed? Where's the bedroom? But, yeah, so my problem is you go online, everyone has a Groudon, everyone has a Kyogre, everyone has, like, Mewtwo X, and that was, like, the team you fought, and then Rayquaza with Mega Form. Sorry, I had to take a drink. And it was really bad. Oh my god, I'm just gonna run. And in your center, you create these really good teams. You take your time to really kind of think about, I'm gonna make this guy go together with this guy, and I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna try that. And then you sit there and you're fighting like the same 5 Pokemon at any given time, any combination. What I'm checking for inside the original game, for those of you that are kind of like watching this and going, why the fuck are you looking at every statue? It's because inside the original game, these statues had switches that you sometimes had to find. And I'm just kind of curious because there's already parts of the mansion that don't exist in the original game that are in there that I'm just kind of curious to see what else we can find. So thank you everyone for watching. I will get back to the bedroom and we'll try and see what the key does on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye!